No one be behind a deal.
Watch how this man comes face to face with danger and manages to escape a kidnapping attempt in the most unbelievable way.
One day time no one call
On a
Robin
peaceful afternoon in South Africa, a man walked alone down the street, unaware that his life was in danger. You can see a security guard from a nearby residence who heard the noise. Grabbing his gun, he decided to check what was happening.
You sure? Oh. Open Nana.
No, yeah, no, it's saving their lives.
The guard had just
Jordan
solved the
from
kidnapping
one
culprits.
Yeah,
But in
okay.
the chaos, he couldn't tell who was the victim and who were the suspects. For his own safety, he commanded the man to lie down and wait for the police to arrive. The parked black vehicle had been followed by dangerous robbers, and things were about to take a very bad turn for the driver.
Yes,
The driver stepped out of his vehicle, unaware that he was being watched. They seemed to know exactly what was inside the vehicle. It's possible they had watched the man withdraw a large amount of money, or maybe someone from the bank tipped them off.
Oh, okay.
Something that's sadly common in South Africa. One of the suspects
That's what
took
they
out an
do.
object from the car.
Until no one said bank. Be careful.
Everything about their actions showed planning they were prepared, and the getaway car was already reversing.
Okay, we'll book on.
Bonnie do we going to call?
Yeah.
It was clear they wanted something inside the car. They kept hitting the window, trying to break it and get away fast. They managed to snatch the bag, but fortunately, the owner was left unharmed. The next video, filmed on a cell phone in Durban, South Africa, shows 4 men moving in a certain direction, possibly after spotting the victim.
Oh, goodness.
This kind of incident has become increasingly common in South Africa in recent years. Criminals often target vehicles in busy areas like this, where drivers have little to no chance of escaping. They managed to rob the driver in broad daylight. What's shocking is how the crowd watched without reacting, a sign of how common this has become.
Maybe you're common.
Situations like these show why you should always be alert and
Just
avoid letting
move and
anyone
I'll
stay
pick
too
you, mommy.
close to you in a store.
I'll pick you, mommy. Yeah. I'll pick you, everyone. Your mommy no cover.
I think Donny.
Oh, you mommy in here.
Yeah, on you and
The footage shows a young girl standing as if she's on a mission, alongside a woman old enough.
Why
to
do
get
we
robbed.
involve in
Together, they
finance?
appear to target an elderly woman's handbag. In a quick move, the young girl snatches the cell phone without anyone noticing. It's heartbreaking to see children being taught to steal at such
This
a young
is
age.
not nice.
In broad daylight, a group of men stormed into a restaurant in South Africa. They quickly spread out across the restaurant, forcing customers to comply while collecting cash and valuables.
Yeah, no, try those. No bag with you.
One woman carefully placed her handbag out of sight, a sign that incidents like this are all too common at this restaurant. The robbers moved carelessly, almost as if this wasn't their first time targeting the place. Thankfully, no one was injured during the ordeal. The security officer came face to face with an armed gang. What happened next looked like something straight out of a movie.
What's the pullover?
Hey!
From another angle, the footage shows the officer's courage as he confronts the attackers. An encounter these thugs will remember for a long time.
Oh!
How long should you do?
For sure, how?
Thanks to this officer from Blue Security in Durban, South Africa, no one was injured. His bravery reminds us of Leo Prinsloo, the man who famously stood his ground against armed robbers. On the left side of the screen, 2 camera angles tell the story. A white car overtaking the one driven by Leo Prinsloo. It's later used to block the cash transport vehicle. In the rear view camera, a black car approaches rapidly, and seconds later, gunfire transit heist has just begun. The white vehicle had already blocked the road ahead, and its occupants had stepped out carrying assault rifles. He narrowly missed one of the robbers, just inches away from being hit by the car. Gunfire erupted from every angle, but the armored car held strong. No one was hurt, and the robbers left empty-handed.
Bulletproof onto the wanker.
These carjackers thought they had an easy target, but they were wrong. Reversing into your driveway is always advised. It makes it easier to escape quickly in situations like this.
Get need to
Oh, okay.
Moments after a wife returned home from work,
never been
before the
with
gate
you.
could close,
Não tá bom, não
demanding the car keys. What followed caught the carjackers completely off guard. The suspect in a white shirt went straight for the driver,
Papa, now
trying to
you're weak,
forcefully
Papa.
pull her out
No,
of the
but they
car.
were all you
while
know
the
what to
others
do. A
stayed
tough
calm,
guy and go for
pretending
creative.
nothing was happening in case someone was watching. The robbers seemed to struggle to get the car keys. You could see the tension. They're running out of time, and the neighbors might already be watching. Luckily, no one was harmed in this incident. However, confronting armed criminals is never advised.
Yeah.
After dropping off the
for
car, the
blood.
driver had no idea he was being watched.
Also for
Away,
blood.
the carjackers were waiting.
Banana.
But what happened next caught them off guard. The suspects decided to approach the car, unaware that things were about to change very quickly. They decided to block the car, thinking they had it trapped, but the driver had other plans.
Driver no so yes man.
Hey!
If you look cool, I don't know how call.
Já deve
Pulled off a quick escape.
não acha isso.
Unfortunately, the next victim didn't have the same luck. After closing the gate, the man walked toward his car, completely unaware of the danger he was
With
about
Jimmy
to face.
uncle don't lock in the door until I die.
That's right.
Tracker will pay that lock.
I'm from Twitch.
I don't lock. You're stupid.
The driver puts up a fight, refusing to give up his car without resistance. Moments later, a second vehicle arrives. The carjackers clearly came prepared.
Watch your name if you can. Okay, we'll totally again.
Morrendo aqui,
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
Hey,
look
Jim.
closely, this took place in the same location as the previous.
Ei!
The suspect
Jim.
intended to
Oh, hey,
use the
dangerous.
second
Yeah.
car to trap the victim
Jim.
in case he escaped the first vehicle.
Hey, Jim.
Não, eu só olhando a mim.
The
Okra
man you see
knife.
running just mugged an innocent victim.
Okra
And
knife.
moments later, the crowd decides to teach him a lesson he won't
Okra
forget.
knife.
Estou chasing.
Yeah.
That driver made sure the suspect wouldn't leave the scene so easily.
But the car not born. But the car not born.
Easy.
Watch how these robbers forced the workers to open the security door and made off with large sums of cash. The footage shows a woman in distress, hesitating as she tries to decide whether to open the security door.
Oh, maybe I no crowd
Oh,
can
yeah.
How can be?
You can see the suspects rushing in just as she opens the door.
Nipa
The last
unlock
man
his
appears to be
secret.
holding someone
Oh,
hostage,
what's the
likely
way I
using
shall
that
go?
person to intimidate the workers and force them to comply.
É, show them I'm in come.
Okay, what's us?
Cause not if you're around and
Yeah.
time.
After trapping everyone in the small office and taking their phones, The suspects started to search the area for valuables.
No, if you're around and sound window.
Easy. That
Okay.
means
Everyone made it out safely,
Ghana
but one
in
can't
the
help but
Nyamias.
wonder, was this planned from the
Yeah.
inside?
Of course, it looks as though you more over reality.
This scene reveals exactly how carjackers work. Reminder to always stay alert and aware of your surroundings while driving. Surveillance video captures the suspects patiently waiting for their selected target. The moment the victim's vehicle approaches, they move.
Hey, so dangerous.
No, I'm called don't swerve fine chain, man. Come on, swerve fine chain. Minjina. That said, swerve fine chain. No, bro, when you not pim. Man, come up, some being you, my
These types of vehicles are often targeted in South Africa, so it's best to avoid known hijacking hotspots.
Yeah. Well, I'm from one phone.
Watch how these robbers get completely outsmarted by this young woman. This incident took place in Johannesburg. Moments after being dropped off by an Uber, this young woman was about to face something truly terrifying.
South Africans who.
Another vehicle can be seen approaching, and what happens next shows just how dangerous things can get in South Africa.
Oh, calling apartment too.
Exiting the car and heading
No,
directly
within
for the
it.
young woman. From another angle, the footage captures the moment the young girl steps out of the car.
I'm saying, yeah, mountain show.
Fortunately, the young woman was alert and reacted quickly. She rushed inside the building and escaped unharmed. Watch how this Uber driver in South Africa finds himself in a truly terrifying situation.
Oh, what's the second to Nico?
The robbers can be heard demanding money from the driver, but he tries to explain that he doesn't have any. Their reaction makes it clear that's not what they wanted to hear. The man sitting in the back seat steps out, taking matters into his own hands as he searches the driver. This happened in broad daylight. In South Africa, there are certain areas where Uber drivers avoid going. They're often targeted by criminals. This video serves as a reminder of why it's so important to stay vigilant in South Africa. The footage shows a man walking toward a delivery driver on a motorcycle. He hesitates for a moment, and what happens next leaves everyone in shock.
Yeah, but don't you come on though. What if you get in the phone?
A dash cam records a terrifying scene. A truck hijacking in broad daylight on the streets of South Africa.
Now you want lock again.
The truck driver can be seen patiently waiting for his colleagues who are still inside the building, making a delivery.
And I need colleagues in to work out from phone. Out of nowhere, a man jumps into the parked truck and seizes the driver's arm, catching him completely off guard. What's the one ficando?
There. What's on here? Some more. So where are they taking you? Showing this up to you. This out to the quick. I don't know, right? Hey, Go to them, they need to know
Grabbed the
deal.
driver's cell phone and took control of the vehicle. This video shows why it's crucial to leave enough space between cars at night. That extra distance can save you from a possible attack. A group of men suddenly crossed a busy intersection, going straight for cars stopped at the red light. What followed was truly shocking.
Oh, what says and grow for one car?
Yeah, I wonder what you took on and find.
Yeah.
They managed to grab what appears to be a handbag from the first car, then quickly moved on to the second vehicle.
Boom! Boom!
No one ever be.
Boom!
Body.
Oh! Boom, Palmer!
These robbers often target women or anyone driving along.
Ah, no one could.
Watch how a group of armed robbers boldly went after a motorist carrying cash in the heart of Johannesburg.
Hey, what the speed in the middle of the street?
When they heard gunfire, the occupants rushed out of the car and ran off, leaving the cash behind. The robbers took the money the driver was carrying, and in South Africa, cases like this often involve inside help from bank employees.
Yeah. That bank of
Watch
phone.
how these thieves snatch a phone from an unsuspecting
No,
victim.
you are one more. And they
Approaches a stop sign. Behind a nearby tree, a man walks toward a woman in an orange top, completely unaware of what's about to happen.
Hey, what if you need phone if you be selling him?
In moments like this, bystanders can only watch. These criminals know exactly how to escape after the snatch, making it difficult to stop them. Fortunately, the woman wasn't hurt. A businessman in South Africa was targeted in broad daylight. 4 suspects step out of the vehicle and walk straight toward the
What
businessman.
is that?
It's
It's
clear
kind
they
of
had been
from
monitoring his movements closely. After taking the car keys, one suspect runs toward the victim's vehicle. It becomes clear that a hijacking is underway.
Baby show.
Yeah.
They even demanded his cell phone, and with assault rifles in their hands, saying no was not an option.
Yeah. That's a sad. That's so sad.
They quickly reversed the car, but seemed to struggle to control it. Realizing they were running out
Na
of time, one of
when
them
you
switched
scan
drivers.
out, when you had the
This
baby.
kind of vehicle is a common target for criminals across South Africa.
Never put no near true.
Another businessman was targeted in East London, South Africa.
No, fine.
Oh. What pick an international car in the boot?
Pramesh Hookah, the owner of auto styling, was kidnapped while closing his business. At a time when kidnappings were on the rise in East London.
Yeah, but I don't know the suspect Nigeria from all yeah, them.
An Uber driver was targeted in South Africa.
Oh,
The
spray,
entire
pepper
incident
spray.
captured on dash cam.
Oh, no, the them shock, even a shock driver. Also, shock can be
The
shocking.
driver's instincts told him something wasn't right. He touched his seatbelt, ready for anything. Until he heard the suspect calling his mother, he let his guard down. And that was his biggest mistake. He was about to face a truly terrifying situation.
Phone, yeah, them phone now want the shocking microphone. Hey, okra shocker.
Oh. Wait, two man fine.
No, but all the shock in the corner.
Suddenly, the suspect pulls a taser and attacks the driver,
Yeah.
while his accomplice snatches the cell phone. They pulled the driver out and tried to take the car, but their plan failed. Luckily, the driver escaped without injury. This happened in El Dorado Park, an area where many Uber drivers face similar risks. in broad daylight in South Africa. The video captures a man in a red top trailing a woman who seems nervous, possibly realizing he's following her. On a quiet afternoon in this peaceful suburb, he thought he had found an easy target.
Daylight daytime
Car
cooking
drives
my
slowly
man.
around the corner.
Daytime cooking the wedding
Pick up the
song.
suspect after the robbery. Realizing he was running out of time, he decided to make a move.
Jesus, a friend or she chinum puna. Oh, a friend or she chinum crown.
The residents quickly responded to the noise, forcing the robber to flee empty-handed. Thankfully, both the mother and her baby escaped unharmed. In this clip, the robbers move in swiftly, hijacking the driver moments after he arrives, before he could even make it inside the property.
Security guard
A car comes from behind at high speed and stops suddenly. 3 men jump out, and one runs straight to the driver's side.
I am Crawford. Why do one lock one door? The security will go.
The security officer can be seen running off.
I
Alert the police, and that's the right move. In moments like these, trying to be a hero can make things worse.
Yep.
His job is access control, ensuring only the right people enter or leave the property. Opening the gate without confirming it's safe could expose other tenants to serious danger. A delivery driver in Johannesburg found himself the victim of a brazen attack.
We're gonna need delivery, no?
Hey, no, quite here.
Or the scanner man. Oh, no, I'm finding more to know. So don't call.
This kind of setup is common in South Africa. The robbers placed the order themselves using a nearby address. They stole his phone and delivery bike, leaving him shaken but unharmed. This final video is a reminder of why it's so important to always stay aware of your surroundings. Surveillance
Chop
footage
it
shows
for
a
no
man in a
good
filling
today.
station
Oh,
with
beat
a
him,
white
beat
SUV.
him.
Let me
As
see
the
the
petrol
chop it
truck
for no
busy
good
filling
today,
the tank.
man.
While the driver is busy on his phone, he remains unaware that trouble is approaching.
Oh,
In a
If you need
split
phone.
second, before the driver could react,
off
the suspect
Yeah.
snatched his cell phone. The getaway car was already waiting.
but you know, you know. Oh,
Pass, yeah. It's a 2 okay.
huh. Debbie no
Possible. Nice.